Before it happens, you've already felt it, a moment. That feels familiar, not because it is the same, but because it follows the same shape, the same sequence, the same outcome. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Tonight, we examine the pattern, not as coincidence, but as structure repeating itself. You wake up, you move, you decide, and somehow the result feels predictable, not always obvious, but familiar, because patterns do not announce themselves. They repeat quietly, through behavior, through choices, through systems. The same actions, producing the same outcomes, again and again and again. At first it feels like chance, but chance does not repeat with precision. Patterns do. The same types of people, the same types of situations, the same reactions, the same endings. Not identical, but aligned. Because patterns are not copies, they are frameworks, structures that guide outcomes. But by allowing patterns to form, and once a pattern forms, it becomes easier to follow because the brain prefers familiarity. It recognizes what it has seen before, and it moves toward it, even when it should not. Comfortable, even when they are not beneficial. And once a pattern is reinforced, it becomes automatic. You no longer question it, you repeat it. Without awareness, without resistance, until the outcome feels inevitable. But patterns do not exist on their own. They are supported by systems, environments, signals. The grid provides structure. The system provides reinforcement, and the pattern is the result. This is why certain outcomes repeat across different people, different places, different times, because the structure behind them remains the same. Change the surface, and the pattern still holds unless something interrupts it, unless something breaks the sequence, even slightly. Because patterns rely on consistency, and consistency is fragile. The smallest variation can shift the entire outcome. A different choice, a delayed reaction, a moment of awareness, and suddenly the sequence changes. The expected outcome does not arrive. This is what patterns cannot account for. Unpredictability. Because patterns are built on what has happened, not what could happen, which means they can be broken, not easily, but intentionally. Once you recognize the pattern, you are no longer inside it unconsciously. You are observing it, and observation creates distance. Distance creates choice, and choice breaks repetition. The pattern is still there. It always will be, but it no longer controls the outcome because you see it. And once you see it, you cannot move the same way again. The question is not whether patterns exist. The question is, how many of them? You are still repeating without realizing it.